What we've got here is my book covers in China.
Dug basically a cave.
Yes, I built a super villain lair.
You've decided to become an author and can't wait to share your message with the world. But with a declining interest in reading, is it even possible? We are the Story Gibbons for Panpipe, and we want to explore if it is possible still to make a living as authors. With 4 million new books that are published every year, rough competition, and ChatGPT, is it even worth writing and publishing new stories? We've studied the practices of some of the most successful authors, looked at the financial charts, and compared graphs to find out what do successful writers do to be successful. Here are the 5 practices that could give us a chance to become successful writers. But before we continue and explain our findings, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this one.
Is there anything that you've always wanted to ask me? Because, George, I will.
Yes, there is something I want to ask you.
All right.
How the do you write so many books so fast?
The first practice you should follow if you want to succeed as a writer is simply to write. That may sound intuitive, and you might be thinking, well, this should go without saying, but the truth is that successful writers write more than struggling ones. Twice more to be precise. More writing leads to more publications. More publications leads to more sales. For example, Brandon Sanderson, the established fantasy author, has earned an estimated amount of $55 million just in 2022. According to his online biography, he published 5 projects during 2022 and published 5 more during this 2023. This is intentional. Research shows that financially successful authors publish between 3 to 5 books per year. When the average book sales are less than 200 copies per year and less than 1,000 copies overall, there's simply no other choice. One must write and publish at least 3 quality projects a year to make a living. Remember, writing also improves your craft and boosts your creativity. When you know you must release a new project once every 3 to 4 months, you start to think of mediums and genres outside of your comfort zone for new ideas, and that helps you to grow as a creative artist. When you improve your writing and generate more creative ideas, you would sell more and hopefully become a successful writer.
But for me, it wasn't so much that I was in television and wanted to switch to books. It was that all my life I've been in entertainment, and I see this as another branch of entertainment.
In addition to writing, if you want to succeed as a writer, you should build your audience. When 85% of book sales are done through Amazon and 80% of books are published through the big 5 publishing companies, competition is tough. This is why publishing companies do not hire new authors anymore, but focus on new audiences. They are looking for authors who could bring new audiences, and hence, increase sales. Whether you decide to publish through the traditional routes or go independent, the marketing of your book is on you. The end result is a starting advantage to writers with an already established audience. Because they already have thousands of people tuned into what they write, it is easy to see why publication companies would want to hire them. Even if you are an introvert who thinks that social media is for the younger crowd, you must understand that your audience is there, and so you should be there too. Time to roll up your sleeves and start working. Just a word of caution before you storm on the social media though. Whatever social media platform you choose, it is recommended to choose only one platform and professionalize yourself in it. If you will try to build your audience through multiple platforms at the same time, you will spread yourself too thin and burn out. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube are different social platforms with different rules of engagement. Consequently, the users of these platforms behave and consume content differently. It is recommended to narrow it down to one platform, at least in the beginning. Inspire your followers and viewers by providing content that helps them and adds value to their social media time. Encourage them to support you by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Invest in your audience and take intentional actions to build a community around your brand. Then, it will be easier for you to market your projects, since you already know where is your audience, how to engage with them, and what can add value to their experience in your social platform.
If I couldn't believe in myself and what I was doing, I would lean on the people around me. Not many people knew what I was doing. I kind of kept it quiet and kept it to myself, but the people that did know, they would encourage me, and when I would.
The third practice you should adopt if you want to be a successful writer is to build a team or hire one. Nobody did great things alone, and for good reasons. Most of the time, Publishing a good book or producing a captivating script is the result of teamwork. Successful authors use professionals to design their covers, edit their writings, manage their social media, and yes, even to write some of their manuscripts. That means that to succeed, you should bring others into your circle. Share your goals with family and friends, and do not hesitate to ask for their help on your publishing journey. Then, find out where you can save time by delegating tasks to other professionals. For example, you can have a family member take over the social media correspondence, even for pay, and hire a professional editor to edit your drafts. A professional editor, by the way, should not be optional, but is a fundamental condition to every writer's success.
Yes, I have no skill whatsoever. I'm a terrible painter. I took a lot of painting classes. I finally thought, well, maybe modern art, and I was terrible at that too. But I absolutely loved the premise of art, the idea of creating something out of nothing. And of course, that's what authors do. That's what musicians.
The fourth practice that can help succeed as authors is to focus on a personalized brand. Gone are the days of the disheveled artist who sprouts disorganized ideas at the dark corners of coffee shops. A successful writer needs to think like a brand. What an author brand is will be the topic of another video, but for now, it is enough to say that the brand is all about who is your audience and how can your audience recognize you. For example, the famous author Stephen King is branded by his horror novels. John Grishom is a legal thrillers writer. Even when both decided to write for children, they still wrote within the perspective of their brand. Stay focused, rely on your strengths, draw from your background, and build your brand around the one thing you feel you could write about for years to come.
What my absolute ambition was to be able to walk into a bookshop and see it on the bookshelf. Having said that, now I stand back from it, yes, I do think it would make a good film because there's a lot of action in it, and I can see that some of it would work very well visually.
The final practice we should pay close attention to if we want to succeed as authors is diversity. With degrees and royalties, it is recommended to generate 7 venues of income. Almost no one lives out of book selling alone, and successful authors act like successful people. They diversify their time and investments. George Lucas made a nice buck out of his Star Wars movies, but most of his fortune came from merchandise deals. Brandon Sanderson teaches writing in a university setting. George R.R. Martin sold plenty of books, but makes good money out of writing TV shows. Sometimes, you already have the additional income revenues. Examine your work and see how you can repurpose it to additional sources of income. Whether we talk about online classes, speaking engagements, editing services, or ghostwriting, you have to have a list of your 7. Want to support our ragtag team? Like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this one. Can't wait to write but don't know how to start your story? Check out our linked video. Afraid that AI will replace you as a writer? We have a video addressing that as well. And always remember, write, build your audience, create a team, focus on your brand, and diversify your income. It's worth a try, and maybe we too can become successful writers. We were the Story Gibbons for Panpipe, and until next time, stay curious and have fun.